Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it. Hank, we're here. We're live, I
Hey,
think.
boys and girls, remember us?
I'm like,
I'm Hank, she's Stephanie.
hi, we're new here.
Right.
Live from Mashpee TV. Thank you very much to our friends at Mashpee TV. Got the swag today.
I know it.
Look at us. Aren't we
Well,
fabulous?
Well, while we were on vacation,
Hiatus.
or whatever, I joined the board.
Look at that.
I'm officially a member of the board of directors of Mashpee TV now.
I love it.
So you better behave.
I'll do my very best.
Go.
I'm doing what I can over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to get into my life. I'm just like,
So explain to everyone where you've been.
I was working. I had a trip.
You
I
got to explain this.
right. Well, I was asked to take part in a journey for one of our new clients,
Mhm.
and I got to go on a cruise. So that was really cool.
So she was.
I actually did work most of the day while I was there. I did see the sun. I went to Puerto Rico, San Juan.
Mhm.
I did the Dominican and St. Croix. Do I look like I was at any of those places?
No.
Thank you. I burned and peeled a little bit. I had my SPF 70 on. In fact, I got flagged at the airport on the way back in because I forgot it was in my purse.
Oh, God.
It's like, but I had the TSA pre-check, so I sailed right on through in Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale.
Did
That was
you
nice.
notice the last time we traveled, when we went to Georgia over Christmas break, it seemed like there were more people in the TSA pre-line than there were in the regular.
That's when I was leaving Boston. It was like not even worth it. It was kind of the same amount of time.
Yes.
But when I was in Fort Lauderdale, very much worth it.
Yeah.
Very much worth it to get through all of that. So that was
Yeah,
nice.
it seems like everybody's catching on, and then when too many people catch on, it's nothing to catch on about anymore.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So as I was going through, it was a wonderful cruise. Don't get me wrong. I loved Virgin, no kids. The food was fabulous. There was a drag queen aboard every ship.
Okay.
Every ship has their own. So there was drag bingo. There was a fun little drag show. They had acrobatic shows.
Acrobatic drags?
Oh,
Drag queens?
no. They're just regular people.
Okay. You never
And then
know.
like one big party in the middle of it. It was super fun.
Yeah.
We had a really good time, met a lot of fun friends,
Mhm.
a lot of Canadians,
Well,
a lot of Texans that were escaping the snow.
Right.
So that was weird.
And now we're getting the snow, boys and girls.
I know. Yeah. Hello. I know, Robert. Love those vests, right?
Thank you.
Pretty slick. Hello. Good morning to you, Miss Denise. I'm trying to add you to this stream. It's been a little while since we've done anything over here. So
And we're going to be getting some weather. Not so much today down here, although they've canceled school and other events off Cape.
not here.
But as the next week or so goes on, it's like it's going to snow. Then it's snow this day, no snow this day. Then it's going to snow again. Then it's not going to snow. Then it's going to snow again.
Yeah, my dad's not really happy about being stuck up here for all of his medical things.
Oh, okay.
Because normally he's out of here.
Right. Well, if
He's
we
like,
get-
I'm only getting 2 months this year. I'm like, boo-hoo. Oh,
if
so
we get the
sad.
snow- if we get the snow they're talking about, he's not going to be going to his medical things.
Oh, all right.
Because a couple of days they're talking, I mean, like even down here, I think one day next week could be 5 to 7 inches.
I'm over it.
Not to panic anybody.
It's our question of the day today. What do you hate about snow? It's just throwing it out there, letting people
Well, I
complain.
said shoveling, but I don't have to shovel anymore, so,
Oh, la-di-da.
yes.
Nobody does it at my house either.
Oh,
Knock on wood, it's been a good year. I haven't fallen down the driveway yet.
well, you have enough cars to
To
fill the
block it.
driveway, so
We're
you don't
just
have to shovel the
Block
driveway.
it. It's strategic. Like a
You just
Tetris
take a broom
board.
to the front steps and bang, you're all set.
That's it. We're done here. Yeah, so that was a rude awakening coming back from really nice weather. That was
Yeah.
nice. I got a week away from that. That was the
bet.
best part. And snow.
But you missed your boys, didn't you?
Of course I did. And I came home to 2 sinks full of dishes. So they obviously missed me too.
Yeah.
wasn't pleased. I saw that my daughter was on the tee, and I was like, why is she's broke? Why is she about Boston when you're picking me up?
Mhm.
And of course, Dad, I gave her a little money, took her out to lunch.
That's what we do.
I know. She was at MEPS yesterday.
She was.
She was. She took her ASVAB, her blood test, her medical examinations, and is
Very
talking
good.
about joining the reserves.
We run.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, this is what she was doing.
Not. I mean, I'm surprised
Right?
for her.
Oh, even my dad was silent for a minute. He's like, "Are you sure?" It's like, I am sure she did do this.
Wow.
She did this on her own accord. So
Well, who gave her the idea, or did she just have the idea?
she just decided that that's what she wanted to do. It wasn't even until like, oh, by the way, it was like, I'm going to go do this. So,
Somehow, and I love Little. I can't see her in basic training.
oh, I definitely can.
Oh, you can?
I can.
You can?
She fakes it. She pretends like she's all feeble and weak and mentally not ready for things.
Okay.
It's a lie.
Okay. You say so.
She can definitely handle it. If I could handle it, she could handle it. I know we're two very different
I
people,
was going to
but
say you're two very different.
she is mentally ready for it. I think she
Okay.
could do it. Although I'm a little worried given the climate of the world. Do I want her to go and throw her hat in the ring for the reserves? Probably not great. So
Well, she could be, working at, what are they calling it? Gaza Largo?
Who knows?
When we take over Gaza and we build the casinos and all that stuff, she could be stationed there.
I don't know what is going on in the world. I was away for a week and I feel like I've missed a year.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Good morning, Michael. Hi, Mari, Eva. Eva and Michael, what do you think about setting those two up?
Eva and Michael. That's an interesting idea. I haven't seen Eva in a month or something.
I know, neither have I. And we're trying to figure out with our crazy schedules how to get together because we need to.
Mhm.
But Chrissy, my friend, said that to me yesterday. And I said, I think we need to connect you two because I think you would enjoy each other's company very much. Good morning, Gloria. How is Canada? It's got to be colder there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And you folks ain't too happy either, so.
No, your president just quit. I'm done here. I'm tired.
Yeah, I bet Trudeau had.
Nobody likes me. I'm leaving.
I'm going to get out of this.
Oh my gosh, it's been a time. So welcome back. We're happy that you are joining us this morning. Yes, we are getting some snow. The school texted at 6:15, then called at 7:30 to let us know that things are going to be regular. Is that necessary?
Well, just in case someone didn't get the text, you know how people are.
It's not even snowing yet.
I know.
We've become soft.
I know. We gotta overreact.
It's what we do. So yeah, we're just asking about what you hate about snow. It's our question of the day. What have you been up to? You got the clean bill of health.
I got the clean bill of health.
That's exciting.
I'm very healthy for my age, although I do eat too many donuts, so I've got to work on that.
In the grand scheme of life.
I know, and I drink too much iced coffee, so I've decided now, at least here in Mashpee TV, they serve coffee, they have coffee, so.
Thanks,
I
Mashpee
didn't
TV.
even go to Doug's today.
Look at you.
I came.
Saving money.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about was the scam we were almost involved in. As you know, in our other life, Mari and I are real estate agents. And she got a call last week from someone saying that they wanted to sell their vacant land in New Seabury. And there's been a scam going on about people calling realtors and saying they want to sell the property and they really don't own it. So we're kind of wise to it now. So there's a whole protocol that we go through in terms of, looking up the property and looking up the names and asking the person who's calling, send me your license, so I can prove to everything. And everything lined up. The name on the license lined up to the name of the owners of the
Oh
property.
yeah, AI has made scammers better.
The whole thing. Mari checked it out. One of our managers checked it out. Actually, two of our managers checked it out. And everybody said, okay, look, this one looks legit. She talked to this guy about commission. She talked with him about, how, we have to be careful because of the scamming. And he's going, oh, really? I didn't know anything about that and everything else. Right along. So we get it in MLS And Mari gets a call from one of the realtors who's familiar with New Seabury, and she says to Mari, "That's a scam." And Mari said, "What do you mean it's a scam? I talked to that." She said, "No, I'll give you the name of the family who owns it. It's not the first time it's happened to them."
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to sell a house that somebody actually already owns and lives in. And it's legit.
It's legit. It happens in particular with vacant land because people who own vacant land aren't necessarily in the same area as where the vacant land is.
Yeah.
So it's easy. And even houses, if people have summer houses that they're at maybe 2 or 3 months out of the year.
Yeah, it seems to happen a lot.
If they're vacant for an extended period of time, somebody's going to notice.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to look stuff up and get a license that matches and the address and everything else. And all of a sudden, your house is on the...
That's crazy. I've seen the deposits. We've seen the vacation rentals where people have paid big bucks for things that never happened.
Yep.
What's up, Matt? Hi, Lynn. Good morning, Dave. Latest forecast 10 to 15 inches. No, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Eric in California. Hello. You're dealing with floods. Liz, good morning to you. And Mari said it was just land. Monet, hello.
Yes, right, Mari. In this case, it was just land, but it's been... Mari's mom told a story back in the 70s, I guess. Someone had inherited a piece of land, never did anything with it. His nephew was getting married, so he decided he wanted to gift the land to his nephew and new niece to build a house.
And there was someone on it?
And they went over to look at the land. Someone was living in a house there. They had bought the property. It all went through. They built a house on it.
That seems like the
live in there.
70s.
And it was sold by, like, in the 70s, you say to yourself, okay, what were they smoking?
Yeah, right.
They're not
There was
smoking, what were
nobody
they
to check
taking at
on
that
it,
point?
though.
But yeah.
Now we have plenty to check on, and thankfully, another realtor saved her some,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
some
eventually,
headaches.
Something would have happened and it wouldn't have, the transaction wouldn't have gone through at some point. But at a place like New Seabury, there are,
Dave, I lied.
various parcels of land still there that, if people are into these things, can keep an eye on and decide that they're going to claim that they.
Well, there's not much land to develop anymore around here,
No,
so I
no.
mean,
Which is why it's an attempt to make a quick buck.
yeah, right.
I mean, the asking price was pretty good for really land. But yeah, so really, folks, if you've got land somewhere, keep an eye on it.
Yeah, right. With your pitchforks.
Make sure someone hasn't built a house on it.
Yeah, Dave was just teasing us. It's not 10 to 15 inches, but anything's
Dave.
better than what you're dealing with. Eric sent a video on social the other day about California was done with all of their fires and all of this, and now it was floods.
Right.
So 2 streets down from them or whatever, it was just a river.
Do you wonder sometimes if someone isn't trying to tell us something with all this
But it's so pretty most of the time.
stuff that's going on, every now and then?
Well, Maine was having earthquakes. What was up with that?
You were
3 years?
away?
Yeah,
Yes.
right. I was away and the earth quaked. I was glad I wasn't here.
You were
Missed me.
I like that.
And we were reading on the boat, and I was like, "Is this real? What's happening there?" Did you watch any of the Fire Aid concert?
No, I really didn't.
No,
No.
because I was really off media
Yeah.
for a
No,
week,
I really
and that
didn't.
was lovely.
I've seen clips and all of that, but no. I don't.
Raised $100 million, so
yeah.
I mean, it did well. I don't know what that's going to do in the scope of what the problem was out there.
I don't know how they
Seems
can
terrible.
Put that back together again.
Yeah.
I really don't.
So we've got Super Bowl coming up this weekend.
Yay.
Does anybody care? I used to love Super Bowl just for the snacks.
Mhm.
Now I'm like, meh, it's just a Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a live show over at Knockabout. You can join me over there and see what they've got going on. I know later on in the afternoon, they've got Sunday Scaries or something like that before the Super Bowl. And I guess this Super Bowl is the cheapest it's ever been to go.
Yeah.
$4,000 cheaper than any other ticket they've ever had.
Well, because, I mean, the teams are like, again. Nobody likes Philly, and everyone thinks Kansas City's cheating. So
Right. The scams.
The scam.
The ref.
Yep.
All the refs are fired. They're not fired.
No.
That's also a lie.
Right. And all the referees haven't been suspended. That's
Just
bottom
like
line.
just like Dave Hegner's snow totals. Lies.
Lies.
All lies.
I mean, we're going to someone's. I mean, I don't know if people still have Super Bowl parties, but we haven't been to a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, it was supposed to be over at Margaritaville, and we pushed that off
Oh, okay.
just because I'm out of the loop for a bit. So
We're going to someone's house for the Super Bowl, but we'll be home by some point in the third quarter. I mean, there's no expectation that I'm going to stay for the whole game and all of that because the game will be on. We'll eat.
it's too late.
Well, yeah, that's always been a
You
problem
stay for the
with Super
halftime
Bowl.
show. I am looking forward to the commercials. It's the commercials and it's the snacks.
But you know what? The commercials aren't as good as they used to be.
No, but I mean, there's always one or two that are pretty funny. I know Duncan is already gearing up.
Oh, yeah.
They've got their new track suits. Apparently, they've got a Juicy Couture track suit that they've got,
Yeah.
and a $6 Ben Affleck meal.
Mhm.
I don't know why they won't leave Ben Affleck alone. He's their guy. He's their Boston guy.
Well, everybody has to have some money.
And we have Ben Affleck. I feel like this is a poor representation of where we're from. This is not what I need. Hello, Cindy. Thanks for joining us on the show. We're live here at Mashpee TV. Hank, the new board member.
Yes, I am.
Did they roll out the red carpet for you?
No, they made me wait outside till they voted. You sit right
Sir,
there, and
we'll
we'll be
take a
with you
vote.
after we're through
Well-
talking about you and everything.
We'll be with you shortly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, happy to do it. This is a great operation. They're doing all kinds of really nice.
I am thrilled. Wait until you hear the little fundraiser that we were working on before
Oh,
we
my
even got on
goodness.
the air. I think this is a winner. Chef's kiss to this fundraiser.
If this one ever comes to fruition, folks,
It needs to happen. Speaking of fundraiser,
it's clever. It's clever for sure.
I'm on the board of the Boys and Girls Club, and we have our chili challenge that is coming up. It is a huge, fun party. We have, I think, 18, 20 chilies,
Really.
and it's at Papaneset. If you've been, then you know. If you've not, then you need to go because they just tent out the whole Papaneset. It's in the middle of winter. It's a beautiful beach views, and tequila is flowing. The Grab Brothers play. I play in between the Grab Brothers. There's tons of great prizes, and the party is wild.
Mm-hmm. And what day is that?
It is going to be Sunday coming up. I don't even remember. It's in April. Get your tickets. They
Okay.
just went on sale, and don't complain when there are none left because this is what happens. We sell out in about a week.
Right.
So I'm
Don't
letting
let-
you know.
And don't get scammed when someone calls you
Right.
telling you that you're trying to sell tickets.
Yeah. Well, the only way that you can then get in is if you buy the big sponsorship. So be prepared to pay the big bucks unless you're coming in hot right now. Yeah. Well, this is the season, right? We're looking for ways to entertain ourselves.
Yes.
It's cold. It's miserable. Nobody wants to go out, and we're having a good time over at Dino's. I know Friday we have our Friday night socials,
Mhm.
and this week is a 70s party.
Mhm.
We'll be doing a little bit of karaoke too. I was visiting Laurentide this week and chatting with our friend Jen, who's on the board of the Mashpee Chamber. And one of the lovely women at the desk, what's the Friday night social this week? I'm like, I love this.
Right. We had a chance to talk to Dino last week, I guess.
Yeah,
He's thrilled.
we're having fun.
Yeah. No, he's thrilled.
We're having a good time. I'm sorry for your loss. Give your family hugs.
Thank you. I will.
It's a tough time of year.
My son-in-law, Megan's guy, whatever, his mom passed away, and that's why we were over at Dino's. They were having a little celebration and a
Celebration of life.
So, so we had a chance to spend. We've known Dino forever, but but he was really thrilled with what you're doing.
Yeah, we're having fun. Good morning, Miss B. Hello, Sandy. Are you enjoying your vacation? Our little mermaid was in Key West this week.
Was that her with the fins up in the air?
Yes. I saw there was another queer icon friend of mine that had 3 different mermaids' tails, and he's just hanging out with the boys in Florida. I was like, I wonder if those are Sandy's tails. So you look like you're having a blast, and good for you having some fun in the sun. I think a lot of us are escaping. I've never seen so many people at the airport just trying to leave. We're leaving here.
Right.
Bye, Boston. Goodbye. Thomas, if you put the chili outside, it'll be a chili out.
There you go.
No, thank you, sir. Good morning, Haley. And good morning to you also, Miss Chris. Hank and I have not had a show together. I've not done a show in like 10 days. I brought all this stuff with the full intention of getting my show done, but I was actually working, getting content, putting stuff together.
So what exactly were you doing? You were on this cruise.
Yep.
And
filming photos, gathering podcasts, talking to the performers, talking to the people that lived on the ship.
You were gathering stuff for promotional.
Correct.
Going forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. For them.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And then I was trying to do all of my chamber duties because it's end of the year. And I was like, excuse me, miss, I'll be right back. I would love to hear about your acrobatics. I have to go do the 1099s for this.
Right.
I was like, oh my God. Gathering W-9s while I'm on a boat. I'm like, I really hope this information is right.
And the internet can't be that good.
No, well, I had to pay for the upgraded package. I was like, but
that's a business expense.
I know. Everything's a business expense, but my business expenses are real large right now. I'll tell you what. Like, what?
Yeah, you have to have the funds to pay for the business
Correct.
expenses that you can deduct at the end of the year.
You can just write it off.
There's that funny little, you just can't say, I'm going to deduct this, so I'm not paying.
It's like Michael Scott on The Office. I declare bankruptcy. I've written it off. Just write it off.
Right.
There's no money over there. So what's going on in the world of food? I saw eggs are wild. People are complaining left and right about everything. The bird flu.
Yep. Waffle House has actually added a 50-cent surcharge.
I mean,
for eggs.
I think you have to.
It's crazy.
There's nothing else you could do. 100,000 eggs were stolen from an organic place in Pennsylvania. This is how bad things are.
Black
People are
market
stealing the eggs. You get the black market eggs.
Right. And the chickens that were destroyed had to be destroyed
Yeah.
because of the flu or the.
Well, I
or the
read that somebody
potential
said that there are tons of birds that were passed like in the canal.
Yes, I had heard that too.
Yikes. Hopefully this passes fast. Somebody was saying when our question of the day, how much you hate snow or whatever, and someone was like, "We need the snow. It gets rid of all the germs." Does it? I have never seen so much flu in my entire life in the United States. It is wild, and people are getting sick for like 6 to 10 weeks.
Right.
It's not just like a little cough and cold.
Right.
It is lasting forever.
When I had my doctor's appointment on Tuesday, the doctor came in and she had a mask on, and she said, "We gotta wear masks."
Can't take any chances.
I can't take any chances.
Right?
I said, "Do I have to?" She said, "No, I have to."
Yeah.
But then I noticed when I was leaving, everybody in the office had a mask on.
Yeah, and you want her to. They
Right.
don't need to be passing that all around because
No.
it's terrible right now.
No, and you see more people, even in the grocery stores around walking around. They've all got masks on.
Yeah.
You know, where we live, I see a lot of people with masks on. You know, because they're concerned.
Yeah. Well, I was hitting up that emergency real hard before I went away because I was like, oh, I feel like I'm getting sick, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not letting it.
Not gonna get sick on a cruise.
No, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I willed myself well.
There you go.
I wasn't having it. It was like 2 days of feeling a little bit crummy before I left.
Yeah.
That was it. Knocked it out. I was not having it at all. There was another accident in Palm Beach also, 400,000 gallons of milk. Shut down the freeway. Shut it down. Gross. And probably so smelly because it's
Oh, yeah.
Florida.
I mean, anytime you spill milk, you immediately, if you don't clean it right up within 10 seconds, somebody's going, "Oh my God, what is
Right?
that?"
Exactly. Cooking broccoli.
That too. Mari cooked broccoli last week, and I came in the house and I went, "What the?
What is happening in here?
I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm cooking broccoli." Okay.
This is the tough part about living in a winter area. We're not getting any fresh air. It is
No,
too
can't
cold
open the
outside. And we're all kind of getting a little bit stir crazy, right?
Right. Can't open the windows. We have a a 3-season room, which the last 2 years, we've actually been out there most of the winter. This winter, we've hardly been out there.
Yeah, because it's cold.
It's just been too cold. And the little, fake fireplace that you plug into the socket, that doesn't even knock the coldness down.
Yeah. And it's hard for me as I'm like gearing up and planning all of our summer activities and the farmers markets. And I'm like, I know it's frozen. I know you're not thinking about this, but I know we got to talk about summer stuff already.
Right. And the cats love to go out there. So we have, 2 French doors. And honest to God, they're so pathetic. The 2 of them stand there looking through the doors.
That's their enjoyment.
Like they want to go out. Sometimes I'll say, okay, guys, maybe it's warm enough. I'll open the door a crack.
Will they run away?
Oh, no, they run right in. And then within like 5 or 10 minutes, I can see them okay, you guys had enough.
Well, you shared a photo with them on our Lemonadio Facebook page, your little partners in crime.
Hope the cat doing the weathers for me on the weekends.
How are the shows last weekend? I didn't get a chance to listen.
They were excellent. If I must say so.
Jazz, blues, if you love them, then Lemonadio is the place for you. Hank does a really good job every Saturday and Sunday. Brings us some great programming, some new tunes, and songs you might not have ever heard. You always surprise me with something. I'm like, the hell? I thought I've heard everything.
Nope. I'll be sending you some more stuff over the next couple of days.
Whilst on the cruise, I got to take part in a little trivia.
Yes.
It was music trivia.
Oh, did you win?
Of course I did. They were like, to the point, they were like, they're cheating. I'm like, I'm not cheating. And then there was one question. It was a Meghan Trainor song. And they were like, do you know what soundtrack it was? I was like, Charlie Brown soundtrack. No one watched the Charlie Brown movie with Meghan Trainor's music in it. But clearly I knew.
Really? There was a Charlie Brown movie with Meghan Trainor's music in it?
Yes, exactly.
I did not know that.
Better When I'm Dancing. It's a tune by Meghan Trainor. But I think we got 42 out of 50. Lies, cheats. What did we win? A free drink. It's not like we won money.
Well, I would hope you were drinking for free anyway.
Yes, well, for the most part.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless I wanted something outlandish, like $100 bottle of wine, but that didn't happen. I was not doing that.
That's not your style.
No. Plus, I was tired. I was working.
Yeah. So how was your room?
Tiny.
Oh.
It was small.
Did you
I
have
mean,
a
it was
balcony?
nice. I had a balcony.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I was
like that. Either a hotel room or when we used to go on cruises, we had
the bowels of the ship.
I have to have a balcony.
Yeah. It was small. It had a little hammock on it. That was kind of nice. But then I got creeped out. Like, what else is happening in that hammock? Do I really want that hammock?
Right. One cruise that we went
I Lysoled it.
One cruise that we went on, I was a terrible person. There was this boy who got up every morning, and his grandmother must have been staying reasonably. Grandma. And after like 3 or 4 days of hearing it, I was sitting on the balcony and I went, Grandma's dead.
Oh, no, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
You wonder why your grandchild likes Tim Burton movies. It's you.
He just had this whiny, obnoxious, and Grandma wasn't even answering him.
I didn't have to deal with any of that because there were no children where I was for a full week. I forgot what they looked like until I got to the airport. And then I was like,
How did they do that?
No kids. It's 21 plus. I'm 18 plus cruise.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
I really enjoyed it. So that is something to be said, right?
Yeah.
And that is what we're going to be doing Europe in. So be watching for our Lemonadio cruise. The time has passed for our April one, but we are working on we're going to do Greece, I think. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. We're going to do that one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The food looks great. They do a really good job. So let's just talk about some warm stuff, will you? Or some crazy stuff since we're in the house. We're cabin fevering it. Nobody wants to be outside. We've got crazy crime from Sandwich because this seems to be the time of year when everybody acts a fool.
So our friends at the Sandwich Police Department, of course, as always, post interesting stories.
Black market eggs. Good morning, RTB. Cindy, hello. Victoria, I got the chills.
I can't find the good one.
Eva, once you got a sweet, it's hard to go back. Good morning, John Cotton. How are things over at Town Hall? Corrine, Thomas, thanks for joining us.
Officers responded to an automated cell phone message indicating the owner had been in a motor vehicle accident. Upon arrival, police officers observed a vehicle pulled off the roadway. The driver indicated they had not been involved in a crash, but after a rather heated discussion on her cell phone, she threw it out the window. The woman's bad day got worse when officers cited her for unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle.
So she didn't have a license?
No.
Okay. There's more to that story there. That's just what they wrote.
Right.
I'm curious. Hey, Shelby, what's going on?
Let me see what else here.
Oh, Sandy's back
A
today.
caller reported a man walking down Route 130 yelling and swearing. Officers responded and encountered a group of juveniles who said they did not see any such thing.
Boring.
It was probably the young ones yelling and screaming who, yeah, not too many good ones this time.
Boo. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. We don't need any of this around us.
No. And of course, I get the kick out of the ones that people report a car parked across the street and it's their neighbors.
Well, because we're paranoid now, and that you
Right.
brought up all of the scams. This is what we
Right.
have to deal with.
Right. And then there's one in Rhode Island that I saw where the police had to respond to a nursing home because of an altercation between two of the residents. two of the women residents, they had to actually call the police
Okay.
to separate them, apparently.
Well, I was at a older people community last night. We did a little bit of trivia. I was blown out of the water that they wanted to do this at 7:30 at night. I said
Oh
it's
my God, that's late.
right. It was very late. What? Oh, it's snowing.
Oh boy.
All right, we got to cancel the show. No.
Okay, I gotta go home. I gotta get the bread and milk on the way out. Gotta stop at.
You're not
Roscoe's
prepared?
on the way out.
It's going to be
There
fine.
should be, I say this all the time, there should be a line at every grocery store that says, regular customers, just here because you need stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
And we can just kind of zip right through. But all these bread and milk and toilet paper and paper towels and, oh, please.
I have to be honest. I can't tell you the last time that I went to a grocery store because it's not my duty.
Mhm. That's Cliff.
That's hubby's duty.
Mhm.
He likes going there. It's like enjoyable to him. It
Yeah.
gives me anxiety. So he
Oh,
just
okay.
does it. I'm like, stresses me out. People upset me. I can't do it.
Well, the people in grocery stores can be very upsetting. You know, like you're trying to just get one thing out of the freezer and someone else is standing right in front of it going.
No, it's actually like the one thing that I'm so thankful that I don't have to do. I don't
See, it's
enjoy
good for
it.
something.
Right? He's good for a lot of things. He's got a lot going on. I was very mad at him this morning because he did something naughty in my dreams.
Was it a good naughty or a
And I
bad
woke
naughty?
up and he's like, what is that face for? I was like, I'm not happy with you. He's like,
Can you share or even though this is table, you can't share?
nope. Nope. But I wasn't pleased. It was so bizarre. It was so bizarre. And he was like, he just kept asking me questions about it. And I was just like, I was not happy. We were in a place. I was asking about this farm. We went to this farm and this farm girl. And he's like, oh, farm girl, this is good.
There we go.
And then I was like, no, she wasn't. She was like the daughter. And it was just wild.
Oh, the daughter.
And then all of a sudden we were at a bowling alley that was upstairs above the farm store. It was just very
Oh, the
weird.
bowling alley. That's him.
All of this was him.
Oh, he's the girl at the farm. He's with the girl at the farm too.
He seemed like, it seems like I had a really good time. I said,
You
you
did or he
did.
did?
He did. I didn't. I was mad.
He had the girl. He had the farmer's
He had the
daughter.
girl. He had the bowling. He had all the things he needed.
There you go.
And I was there the whole, he goes, but you were there. I'm like, I know. I was mad.
I was watching the whole thing and I wasn't invited.
So creepy. That's so weird. I don't know. If anybody is a dream analyzer, please tell me how weird that was. It was a very bizarre dream. So
It's not Cliff, it's you.
no, it's 100% me. Lynn, we're just frozen over there.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Tammy. Thanks for joining us. Tamora, how was your show? I'm very sad that I did not get a chance to see your one-woman show, My Brain Parts. I heard it was fabulous from a lot of our friends, but I just happened to be away, and it was the weekend of your show.
Explain. Show.
Her show?
Yes.
So it was an interactive show. She had Michael Shipman from The Conspiracy of Noise, made kind of a soundtrack to her spoken word poetry. There was also an art installation that was going on at the same time. So it was an immersive show that they did for 3 days. And hopefully you will expand upon that. And hopefully it did really well, because she is just such a wordsmith. She's an amazing human being. If you've never gotten a chance to hear her, please find a show for her somewhere soon. So
I'd have to look for that.
I know. I got invited to a secret show.
A secret show?
Yeah, it was the show before the show.
Oh, okay.
I think that was just a trial.
I think we used to call that a soft opening.
Yes, she had a soft opening to her show.
Yeah, that's what that's called.
But I loved it. I had like a little secret ticket arrive. It was pretty neat.
It was a secret.
I know, but I still wasn't home. I was on a boat somewhere in the ocean. Hi, Sam. Thanks for joining
I was
us.
supposed to feel bad for you. I couldn't go because I was
like 3 days at sea. I was like 3 full days at sea.
That's a long time to be at sea.
Right? There's only so much you can eat and sleep.
Yeah.
So that part less than.
Not that I would say no if it was offered, but
I got to play with monkeys. That was the highlight of my place, my time away.
where?
I was in the Dominican. They put us in this room full of baby little monkeys, squirrel monkeys. And you just put out your hand with food, and then they just hung out.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
It was amazing. So I got to play with the monkeys, and I got to swim with the sea turtles in St. Croix. That was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Because they're big.
They're monstrous. Actually terrifying. I didn't really love that.
Did you just like grab onto the shell?
No. I was in the water. I saw it coming near me, and I was like, that's good for me. I'll be on the beach with the
Right.
drink.
I've seen it.
That's it. Umbrella. Put it in my drink.
Right.
Put it over my head. I'm good. Best day of my life. All by myself. I was literally all by myself for half the time.
Everyone else was in the water swimming with the turtle.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't with anyone specifically, so I was just kind of
you were
like,
there on your own.
yeah,
You were single.
right? Maybe that's why I had a dream about my husband with the farm girl, because I was alone for 8 days.
Could be. Could be.
That's the longest in my 23 years of marriage that I've ever been away from my husband.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think Mari and I have been maybe 5 days, maybe 6.
Yeah, that was
not
the
8.
longest. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
longest I've ever been away from him. And I thought it was good.
But was
I
he
love you, babe.
But was he happy to see you when you came home?
He was happy-ish.
Were you happy to see him when you came
Of
home?
course, no, I wasn't, because he was late and he wasn't where he was supposed to be to pick me up. So I was really irritated. He picked me up. I hurled my stuff into the trunk, and he's like, "I'll let you drive."
Oh my goodness. Where was he picking you up?
I was the worst. I was in Boston.
Oh, okay. Well,
So he had had a full day of hanging out with Lily. So he was happy. They went to a museum. They went out to breakfast. They had a good day. Good morning, Miss Emily. She is
there's
in
some really
Florida
great
right now.
museums up in Salem, by the way.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah.
That was one of our trivia questions this week. If you're going to be out tonight, I'm going to see you at the yacht club. How many witches were burned at the stake in Salem?
Not many.
None.
Right.
The answer is none witches. It's a lie. So there you go. Never say that I never gave you a question to answer. Good morning, Cape Cod Polished. And the show, My Brain Parts is this weekend, and I can visit it because I'm not going to be watching the Super Bowl. So I'm coming to see your show on Sunday.
Counter programming.
Right?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to
And
it.
watch the Puppy Bowl. I think there's a Puppy Bowl, isn't it? Yeah, there's a Puppy Bowl.
People will bet on anything.
Yes, they will.
The craziest bets for the Super Bowl, like what the coin toss is,
Oh, yeah.
what jersey, like dumb bets.
Yeah.
Degenerate gamblers.
Right. Big day for the bookies, though,
Yeah, right.
and the legal gamblers, but big day for the bookies.
I would like to see Mahomes lose, though. Is that wrong of me?
Kansas City used to be, well, Kansas City was always Mari's second team. San Francisco was always my second team. And I've always liked the Chiefs enough, but see, here's the problem. No one likes Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You know, do you really want to see Philadelphia win the Super Bowl? Those people are obnoxious.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I think they've got more personality than anybody
Well,
in
that's true,
Kansas
they do.
City.
That's true, they do.
What will Taylor Swift say?
Who cares?
Exactly. So Giselle had her baby. We still don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Chris thinks it's a boy. We don't know. Do we care? We don't care. There's also in Boston this weekend a Tom Brady lookalike contest. Did you see this?
No.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
At Fenway. This is happening. So if you know somebody,
$200 prize.
oh, a $200 prize. Look at them going all out.
Fortunately, we're working on Saturday and we have a commitment on Sunday, so Mari won't be going.
Mari, you too can have your farm girl. It will be Tom Brady, the lookalike. So yes, that is happening.
My goodness. I didn't think there was anybody who looked like Tom Brady. I thought he was like one of a kind.
I don't think he's that cute.
Ooh, she blasphemed.
Unpopular opinion. Too pretty.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's had work done, I think.
You think?
I think. Yeah, he looks too young for someone who played football that long.
Well,
And
maybe
looks
it's
too
just,
good.
well, he, eats his weird Tom Brady diet so that he can live forever.
Yeah.
He's on to something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Wellness is the new wealth, apparently.
Yeah.
People are going all in. I told you I watched that show about that guy that's just trying to live forever, the bio guy who has 4,000 vitamins. So now my husband has a third table beside his bed to hold all of his vitamins. I created a monster. I watched a biography of this crazy bazillionaire that has all of these machines to keep him alive forever. Third, not one, not two, but 3 tables beside his bed to hold all of his crap. One end table is to hold all of his electronics.
Of course.
The other one is to hold all of his books.
Okay.
And now this one is to hold all of his pills.
And this is different from the Australian whatever stuff he was eating.
That was last year. That was last year when he lost all of that weight when he was on the man diet or the man
diet.
shake.
Yes.
Remember the big kick of the man shake?
Yes, I remember that.
Lost all the weight, gained all the weight back, still have the man shake somewhere in my house. Now we're on vitamins. We're in vitamin town.
Yeah.
This is the new fad. What are we doing? What is your fad in 2025? Are you taking something that you're like, this is making a difference in my life? Last year for me, it was like collagen. Collagen is going to fix everything.
Mhm.
It's not fix anything. What are people doing? I've seen cryo chambers. I've seen, I think people are finally getting on the space of a little bit of yoga, a little bit of movement, a little bit of stuff. I still haven't visited over at the center. I've definitely got to.
Yes. Well, Mari and I are both working out with Bree now.
I love that.
Yeah.
How's that for you?
Good. Mari more than me right now.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that because she said she has some specific exercises for golfers.
Oh,
So when it
Look
gets
at-
a little better,
look how you got him.
when it gets a little better, I will be, doing these golfing exercises. So that'll be, because one of my goals this summer is I'm going to play golf I play golf, but I'm really going to play golf this summer. I live on a flipping golf course.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fact that I should be out there every day at some point in time.
Isn't that what retirement is supposed to
have-
look like?
Whoa. See, I'm not retired. See, that's the falsehood. I reached retirement age, but I was not allowed to retire.
Oh,
And then I got my real estate license when I retired, and I've been a realtor for 8 years now since I retired. And then I stumbled into you, and I'm on the radio all this time, and
busier more now in
I'm on the
non-retirement.
cable board.
Yeah,
and-
right?
and, but I don't think I could be retired. I could be retired let me rephrase that. I could be retired in Florida,
Yeah.
where there's like,
Well, retirement looks different. This is the
Oh, it
study that we're seeing. The things that you have to do to succeed in retirement: move your body, move your brain, still learn things, still do everything. Everything that I've read, everything that I've listened to, former NASA astronauts,
right.
this is what you've got to do. Move your body, continue to learn things. So you're doing that.
We were at Bucatino's the other night. And
That looked delicious, by the way.
what?
I haven't been over to Bucatino's in a while.
We hadn't been there in a while either, which is why we decided to go there. Met the two most interesting guys at the bar.
Oh,
But the bartender, Yogi, he said his wife was getting ready to retire and maybe he could, but he couldn't see himself doing it.
retiring
Right.
from bartending?
Yeah, couldn't see himself not working.
Okay.
Well, he's if you've been to Bucatino's and you know who Yogi is, he's just very, effervescent isn't the right word, but he's this really friendly guy.
Well, yeah, and maybe that's his, that's his entertainment, that's his social time, that's his way to connect with humans,
Yeah.
and that is easygoing for
Yeah.
him.
Do you have time for the story about the guys you met at the
Of
bar?
course. The
Two
two
guys-
most interesting men in the bar.
Two guys came in, neighbors, and somehow or other, I don't know how we got to talking about our trip to Atlanta and the aquarium and Jimmy Carter. And one of the guys says, I was in the Peace Corps all these years ago. And he met Miss Lillian, who was Jimmy Carter's mother. He was in his 20s. And when Mrs. Carter was in the Peace Corps, she was like in her 60s. So she was a nurse. So he just saw this older woman. There was somewhere they were eating, this older woman eating alone. He went, sat down, talked to her. At that point, Jimmy Carter might have been on the school committee or something. Well, all these years later, of course, Jimmy Carter gets elected president.
Yeah.
And this guy says, I was going to send him a note to tell him that I had met his mother and what a wonderful influence she must have been on his life and blah, 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 blah. He said, I'm a bit of a procrastinator. He said, 50 years later.
I was going to say, how long is the story?
No, 50 years later, he finally sends the letter to Jimmy Carter, telling him about how he, met his mother and everything else. He gets it back. At this point, Jimmy Carter is like 92, with a note on it from Jimmy Carter.
Was it Jimmy Carter or was it Jimmy Carter's peoples?
No, it was Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
Thanking him, talking about his mother, and everything else.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I said,
Yeah.
You have it framed? He said, I'm not that much of a procrastinator. Yes, it is framed.
But then again, at 92, what else have you got going on with your life?
Right, right.
Sure,
But the
I'll
fact
sit
that
there
he-
and respond
but
to everybody.
The fact that he took the time, to answer somebody but they were two wicked interesting guys. The other one grew up in a lot of the same places where I grew up.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, do you remember this? And, oh yeah, I went there and you went there. And so
The
it
good
was-
time
It was
stories.
fun. And Mari sat in the seat where Ina Gartner has sat when she has come in.
And is it Ina Garten?
Ina Gartner, whatever.
Right?
The Barefoot Contessa.
Thank
goes
you.
into
Thank you.
Bucatino's in
Way
the
easier.
summertime.
Way easier.
She's a customer in the summertime with her husband.
That husband of hers, their relationship's real weird. If
You
you've
think
ever
so?
watched the show, it's weird. I'm curious.
Oh,
She's
really?
the farm girl, probably. Sandy said, come get some red light therapy. Oh, I've been hearing great things about red light therapy.
About
John,
red light. What?
red light therapy.
All right.
It's supposed to rejuvenate all your cells and make you feel
Okay.
good. Mental health also. RTB's out there taking liver supplements, milk thistle and turmeric. And yes, Teresa Caputo, I have a meeting tomorrow with I might have a message from Spirit. My husband was so irritated that I purchased tickets to go see Teresa Caputo.
Really weird.
I'm excited. Somewhere in Medford.
Okay, we saw her at PPAC
Uh,
a number of years ago.
did she have a message for you? I just really want to see her hair in real life.
Her hair's
Honestly,
unbelievable.
there's something about it.
Her hair is unbelievable. But she was very good, and she wasn't. I don't think we're all suspicious of it. They're just making it up, or it's a setup, or they have a.
No, I
shtick
truly
and-
believe that she's some sort of
Yeah, no,
conduit to
she-
something.
I mean, when we saw her, I mean, she did pull some stuff out that there's no way she would have known.
If you don't know who we're talking about, the Long Island Medium is coming nearby, and I'm very much
Right.
looking forward to it. Why? Because I want to see her hair.
And
We're
her
both there
makeup.
for different reasons.
Her hair and her makeup. I mean, she's a looks like a completely different person.
Yeah.
You know, when she's all done up as opposed to when she's just being regular old, what do they call her? Teresa's probably Terry. What's her nickname? What do you think?
I don't
Terry?
know, right? Yeah. Do you,
Terry Caputo.
I can't. I just can't. Marin, good morning. Don, keeping your mind busy. Caroline, hi, I miss you. How are things? Your stained glass looks fabulous. I'm loving your main life. Very much interested in all the things that you're growing out there. Yeah, the Chevalier Theater.
The Chevalier. You know, a lot of acts are coming to the Chevalier Theater in Medford.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe
Medford
it's a smaller place.
Yeah, Medford is not exactly a place where you think, oh, I'm going to go to Medford, but it's it's just outside of Boston. Yeah, there's a lot of different.
Maybe
acts
it's
that have-
easier
that
access.
have come there. Could be.
Isn't the Zeiterion getting fixed right now? I feel like some of the other smaller theaters are having
I
a,
think you're right. Just like fixed.
we need to
Yeah.
revamp all of this. So
And-
maybe
And Medford is just off 95, 495. I mean, it's
So
fairly,
accessible.
It's fairly accessible.
good times. Well, we are about to wrap up over here at Mashpee TV. Please support them. Come and visit. Come and check out the studio. It's absolutely beautiful. If you have interest in doing anything with us over here, please, you too could have one of these sweet little jackets. And I'm telling you, I think we're onto something with our fundraiser. We've got to flesh this out a little bit more, but
Okay.
I think we've got a great idea that I'm looking forward
Oh,
to.
it's a great idea. That's for sure.
I'm going to wear my Mashpee Chamber hat for just a hot minute. We have got our unsung heroes, business of the year, startup of the year, social connector of the year. If you know somebody amazing in our town doing cool things, please nominate them for the awards. We'll be doing that at our annual meeting. Our annual meeting is going to be a little more fun this year.
Well,
We got a
would
little bit
imagine
of
so with you
comedy.
in charge.
We got a little bit of comedy. We'll have a photo booth. It'll be a lot more lively than it normally is. And we're going to be unveiling something that we've been working on. So I'm really looking forward to something new. So grab your tickets. They're available right now. Also on our social media page, Mashpee Chamber, we have got some business after hours, and one of which is going to be over at the House of Hatchets. Cliff happens to be a Mashpee resident. His business is in Hyannis, but he's got a brand new golf simulator. So you were talking about keeping your golf
Yep,
game spick and span.
Mhm.
Very cool. I don't know if you've ever played with one of the simulators before, but they're pretty fun. So
Yeah,
you
they
can work
are.
on your putt, you can work on your drives,
Yep.
and you can do all of this for just being a Mashpee Chamber member. Come and join us, throw some axes, try your hand at some
Particularly when
archery.
people are singing karaoke.
Yeah, no karaoke at this one. You can just do the golf
But you
simulator.
can't throw hatchets at the same time that they're having karaoke.
You can throw hatchets, you can do some archery, and then we'll have some light bites for our business after hours, which is in the month. Yeah, no hatchet throwing at the annual meeting, but that can be arranged since I have a plastic one in the house. Now that would be a fun use of the whole left side of that room.
Yes. Yes. And the date for this event is
Which one? The business after hours is on the 28th of February.
the annual meeting.
The annual meeting is coming up on March 13th. So we've got all these wonderful events, and the easiest way to find us, mashpeechamber.com, or you can follow us on social media to keep up with all of the stuff that we're doing. We're even doing some lunch and learns. So if you want to come and join us for a free lunch, we've got one coming up in March over at Uva Wine Bar.
Mhm.
So we'll provide you lunch.
Lunch and learn
Yeah,
at the wine bar.
at the wine bar.
What are we learning?
So we have a great new social media outfit that has just joined the chamber, Ember, and they're going to teach you some good tips and tricks for doing short form videos
Mhm.
while you have a free lunch.
Mhm.
And that is just one of the things. We've got a cybersecurity event that we're going to be doing. We have some branding. We have some business financials.
Mhm.
So this is all going to happen while you're having a free lunch and learning a skill to better your business.
And having a lesson.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to have a glass of wine. I'm not paying for that. I'm paying for your lunch.
Oh, okay.
If you want to have a glass of wine, that's your business. We
Probably
support
smart
you.
Not paying for the wine.
We support you on that journey. It's February now. We're over this dry stuff, right?
Yep.
Whatever it is that you're doing today, be safe out there.
Yes.
The snow. Right? I know. It looks like next week we're going to have the same sort of situation
Yeah,
going
that'd be
on.
crazy.
So prepare yourself. Listen to us here at Lemonadio. We've got some wonderful programming and we're adding more every single day. Lemonadio.com. Download the app in the App Store. Alexa, play Lemonadio Radio, but you got to download the skill.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right?
Right.
Our events on Cape Cod, we have reached over 10,000 people.
In spite of me.
In spite of Hank trying to just deny everybody, he's a denier.
I'm not going to
Deny.
If you haven't posted since 2017, you ain't getting on. I'm sorry, because it's not you.
But there are so many great events, and I feel like in the wintertime, we tend to kind of hunker down and read books and stay out of the space, but we get a little bit of seasonal affect.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is. You need to be around some people, and kindness always wins while you're around people. Just a reminder, I did read an article today that said Americans are speaking 3,000 less words a day.
Really?
3,000 less
Because
words. Because we're sitting there typing away behind our keyboard, saying dumb stuff we would never say in public. So let's.
That might not be a
It's true, that might not be a bad thing for some, but for others, make a conversation, make that phone call. Don't wait 50 years to send that letter.
Yeah, right, though.
Use this time while it's the winter time to connect with others. It might actually do you some good mental health wise. Have a great day and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye,
Oh my gosh. Mari wants to go to Teresa Caputo now.
Very good.